crap, there is no winter home. There's no one here. But you can get wood from here, I guess. Let's go to the snow cliff. But now let's unpause the game. Oh crap, there's nothing out there. We're all alone. And then we get this cutscene. Everyone is very, very, very annoyed. Because, what do you mean there's no one there? Look, I'm very angry. Never left Britain. Put a good thing here. You're like in the middle of the Arctic Ocean. I must give them purpose. Winterhome has fallen. And now you have two paths. You can either pick the side with law and order, where you essentially... I don't like this path. I think it's bad. Or you give them faith and spiritual strength. That's the path I'm going to pick because I think it's better. And then it will automatically allow you to sign the first law, which is the House of Prayer. If I had resources, I would build one. The hope is very low. Oh no, hope is very low. That's not very good. That's not nice. Hope is very low. Very, very, very low. The unconvinced want to leave. The Londoners. This is the majority, but hope is low. And a group of people are still scared to leave London. For 15 days, they've come to try to change your mind. You say faith will save us? Nonsense! What are we going to pray for food when we start to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down, we're not going to die because I am the greatest. So now we have the Londoners. If hope is too low, then more people will join them. And they might disrupt the city. They might cause me problems. How dare they? How dare they do such evil things? But fortunately for me, we have vacant beds in lovely, warm homes. We also have food. No, we don't. Not yet. We actually don't have any food. People are fine. People are okay. But I can build one house of prayer, which I'm going to build exactly here, outside of the range of this building. And that will be good. Medical post upgrade. I don't have any steel, which means unfortunately I can't do any actual research. Not any good research, anyway. I've done all the tier 1 technology, so... The only thing I would be wanting to get would be, like... I don't know, wall drill. So how do I get steel? The answer is I don't. I can't. I'm not producing enough, to put it simply. But... that does remind me there is one technology that doesn't require steel in order research, which is the steelworks, which makes sense. So if you haven't got any steel, then why would you be able to do that? So here you see the trick. It takes me 1 day and 3 hours to get there, but it's only going to take me 8 hours to get to the observatory, because it's a quicker path. Now we have extra workers, which means I am going to put them in here. No, I'm going to put engineers in here. I'm then going to fully man these posts so that we have enough food for people to eat. And then when this place is finished doing, we have prayers, which increase hope. Hope is the most important thing. In the time of need, hope is important. The discontent is low. Overcrowded medical facilities. That's going to ease off, though, as time goes on, because more people will get better. Freshwater Springs, Shrouded Cave. Let's go to the Shrouded Cave. I'll just explore these places. I don't have food rations to start an emergency shift, which is quite annoying, actually. And there's also someone starving, which is more concerning. So now I've reached the observatory. Notice how before it was 1 day and 3 hours. I've spent just above 7, and now it's only 15 more to get to here. So it's taking me 22 hours rather than 27. It's not a big improvement, but it is an improvement. London has gained more followers. That's quite scary. That's 17 people. That's about 10%. No, it's just below 10% of the city. Bigger concern is how many people are hungry right now. Including one starving person is the more concerning part. We need to cook food, which immediately feeds that person, which is good. So we will feed the masses, which is lovely. And when the temperature drops again, we will be prepared for it. We will be more than amply prepared for when it drops again. Good. Okay, infirmary could be a good shout, but I am going to go for, I think, the faster scout sheds. As well as the improved steel works. Because we go from these steelworks, the improvement, it goes from producing only 40 on a standard workday to 70 per standard workday. That is a huge difference. That is a lot of extra steel. It's a lot of extra steel. I think I'm also going to start building like another sawmill somewhere so I can start harvesting all of this wood, maybe? Cool. You're producing 7 now. I'm also going to expand your work shifts so that you produce more for me. Coal is okay. Coal is meeting production. That is with the help of this, though, which is not going to last forever. These guys have found survivors of nothing but children. Yeah. We're going to bring them back. Because that's the right thing to do. Yes, there's 35 more people that doesn't help me at all, but it is the correct thing to do. You're not going to leave children to just starve and die. I'm going to prepare the infirmary. And then I'm also going to build this second house of prayer. So I'm going to put here, and then I'm going to start also building just extra houses in general. So there's a fighting arena. We have very low resources for just everything in general. They've reached the American camp. Cool, we picked up a steam core. Let's go to the temporary settlement. What's this? Let's heat some homes. Heat some homes. Keep them heated for 2 days. And heat one of the cold homes. I will not address that right now. I don't think I can heat these homes and keep them hot. Actually, no, I could do. All it is just heating one of the chilly homes, which will be done with the steam hub when that is built. Why are you not working? Okay, because you're eating, you're in treatment, you're just not doing anything. This is where we're beginning to slowly hit our problems. I'm glad to hear. Build the second one of these, hopefully pull a few less Londoners. So everything is building nicely. Now we are heating the homes, which is good. Discontent drops a little bit more because more people are in range of the thingy. Less people are cold. Homes, shelter, shelter, shelter. Doing the second sawmill. Which means I can probably get rid of this sawmill. Few hungry people. Infirmary research. I can't do anything with that. I can't even build the infirmary yet because I don't have a steam core, but I will have one in 12 hours. Infirmaries are amazing. Infirmaries are great. Book of Laws. Let's go back to purpose, and then we're going to go for evening prayers. Evening prayers are nice. Evening prayers are very nice. Because it's just an extra ability. What is that ability? It's a button that costs food, increases hope, and makes it so Londoners mend their way. Hope rises again. Tendency is only a little bit now. So there might be like 1 or 2 people that decide to join the Londoners. Which is excellent. Coal consumption needs to improve. We gained 3 more followers. It's quite scary, actually. Cool, you've reached here. Fishing village or colony. Let's go to fishing village. 20 Londoners. Need to deal with them, one way or another. Alright, let's go for... Let's go for... I'm gonna go for... Oh god, Outpost Depot. Okay, one big thing we can now build is the second coal mine. The other things that we can now build is an infirmary. We can replace both of these buildings with just an infirmary. I'm going to build this in range of this steam hub though. Next to the place. Because infirmaries are go-to buildings. You're now full of resources. You're going to now travel back up here to the bridge of Winterhome and try and... Actually, going to go that way. That's fine. Make sure these buildings are all good. 2 people can't work, but we have a lot of children now. Fortunately, we have currently 41 vacant beds. I'm gonna just build a couple of houses, like here and there. This is a wood, outpost, coal, wood. These are going to be the 2 main coal mines up here though. Now we can build an outpost depot. Outpost depot, I'm going to build one here straight away. Immediately put a beeline here. Outpost depots are nice. I'm going to research the next technology, I think. Actually no, I'm going to go flying hunters first, then the next technology. Fishing village, nice. What's this? Start fishing. Fishing gives us food. Test. So dismantle the huts for wood. Yeah, sure. And then test the city is the big one. I'm also going to save the game. Here you can see all of my previous versions. Previous save games. I'm also going to build a couple resource depots. Hope is still too low. It's way too low. I'm glad to hear that you learned by faith. Nice. We can grab a sermon in a moment. I'm also going to grab an emergency shift. Cool, hope is up. Then we're going to have one for wood, one for raw food rather than rations. Outpost team, but we can actually build one, but we can't build one right now. Let's do one for raw food. Okay, that's that's that done. I'm gonna go straight into tier 3 technology, I think. Tier 3 technology gives me a couple important things, including the steam coal mine. So, tier 3 technology, you're waiting. Here we have risk entry in the city, we'll charge all. So you want to get this disabled. I'm pretty sure. Oh. What happens when that happens? You just hit load. The autosave. And now they're only a little bit away. Is that those ones? This is those ones. And now these engineers that are working these medical posts, screw them. Put them in here instead. Because infirmaries are amazing. Not only can they hold twice as many people as the medical posts, but they also heal them like twice as fast as well. But now I can't use it as a thing. So yeah, I need to search that city. So the important thing about that city is Tesla City is huge. Because Tesla City, if you can get it to work, you can get an outpost here. An outpost that gives you steam cores. So I just need 10 good men. 10 good men. That's all I'm looking for. 10 good men. So you're going to go out of here, you're going to go down here, and you're going to enter here. You're going to be an outpost here, and you're going to immediately run over there. To Tesla City. Infirmary is curing these people. Less than an hour. Bosh. And they are much hotter. They are very warm buildings. Do I have the... I do have the Hunter's Hangar available. I don't have any wood available. None of this game more followers. Can't do anything about that. 23. They are, again, they're above 10%. I wonder if our captain really has a plan. How are we going to survive? What should we do? Well, you seem fine. You seem just fine now. So I'll stop. I quit your moaning. I think we're doing just fine. Does this thing hurry up and, like, finish? They just gonna, like, be done. Cool. You guys have a lot of steam cores. I'm gonna go a couple of these hangars here. There's a lot of resources. You've now reached the next place. You take the resources, you move on. Go to the ice corridor. Now we have the next level. Next level provides us a couple of important things, but the most important thing that it provides us is the better coal mines. With the power of the better coal mines, we can do something never thought of before. We can upgrade the generator. You know, this thing that's just been burned away for a while. See, at minus 30 and minus 20, you can handle, like, low temperatures. You can handle it. It's perfectly acceptable to have low temperatures. Because buildings have enough resistance to temperature cold. Naturally, without the help of the generator. The generator is nice. Especially for these tents. Put them in livable. But it's not a necessity. Coal pile depleted. Oh my god, we're so close. We're so close. Just get rid of this pile. Okay, we're now going to go into adaptation again, and we are going to grab child shelters. Which increases hope. And we're going to build some child shelters. I'm going to build an extra hangar. You're now done. You're done for. Okay, outpost here is all good, we're doing well. Bosh. Build an outpost. This thing now will produce me a steam core and send it back to the city every day. So that is a constant supply of steam cores, which is huge. Huge for us. Now that we have the access to better generators, we can actually think about getting better generator power. I do just need a bit more steel. And we can upgrade this thing. Icebound Dreadnought. Okay, that's fine. Go to this guy. Just found some survivors. Escort them to the city. Bring them back. No one is ill. Hope is decent. Londoners are fine. See, good city management, and you can deal with a lot of things. A desirable law. That's going to go up when I actually build the thing. Hope rises. Not by much, but it goes up. Child shelters are also not bad, because the next law after it is also really good. Oh look, my coal production's just been boosted. Boosted tenfold. It's like that. Look how good things are. We have coal, we have food, we have shelter. Yeah, temperature is going to drop a little bit, but we have more. We have the facilities to just withstand that sort of stuff. Abandoned sawmill, and there's also another outpost available, which I am going to build that other outpost when I have enough resources, which I don't. Hope will fall. Send a cleric to reassure the people. These people are freaking graffitiing all over my wall. How dare you? We lost a Londoner. Excellent. There's one less person terrorizing people for no reason. People regain hope. Hope is back to like a decent level. Play. And just as thing, and then we get generator efficiency, we also put them on better heaters as well. Now this way, because we now have better coal mining facilities, we can afford to then get better other things. There's a wall drill here, which is quite important, but I'm gonna go for the factory now. So the generator's now getting hotter, so now everything that was bad is now not as bad. Okay, so now there is a next law after child shelters, which is apprentices. So the children who are in shelters will help the facilities, giving them an efficiency boost, so they work better. So they either become apprentice engineers, which is quite handy, or they become apprentice medics, which is even more handy. Both of these are good, however, I am going to avoid that for now. I'm going to go for, I'm going to go into purpose again. And we're going to go up and grab Faith Keepers. Faith Keepers are good. You need them. They maintain law and order for you. They're like guards. Gilbert White, I promise you will be the only person to perish. Is it a steel one? It is a steel one. I do want that. The steel's something I'm kind of short of right now. I'll put these guys on the military shift actually. Factory. I'm gonna get streamlined automatons straight away. Hello. It was the right thing to do. Thank you, person from the child shelter. Give me extra hope. As hope goes up, then there's a chance that people will Not just not join the Londoners, but actually leave the Londoners. Food is good, I don't have to worry about investing in resources in that just yet. Eventually I will have to invest in a wall drill. Continue exploring. Hi. Damn it. Number of Londoners rise by 4. Pardon me, number of Londoners by 9. Or if I had the Faith Keepers built. Pardon me, I could have used this. This is what Faith Keepers are for. Because a couple people are being annoying. Londoners prey on discontent. Ask the cleric to reassure the people. Discontent's not even that high. So Londoners have gone up. But what's the... Yeah. There's 10 days to bring this number down. I just need hope to stay higher. So I'm going to build all the things. Cool, that's more people, so I'm going to ask you to work here. I'll also ask you to work here. But if I'm going to ask you to work here, I'm going to want to build the steam coal mine. I'm also going to want to build the factory. Now the factory is very important. Cool, you've come back from here. I'm going to have you go to Bridge to Winterhome and then try and go from there. Cool. Streamline automatons. Streamline automatons are quite nice. I'm also going to grab... I think I'm good for those things. I'm going to grab the wall drill preemptively, because the wall drill matches the production of the sawmills. Cool, hidden stash. Let's go back to the stone ship and just work backwards now. Look at all the stuff this guy has. It's ridiculous how much stuff. Factory. Oh, here's the Faith Keepers. Hope rises again. So this will lower discontent and has a cooldown of 3 days. So there's the Faith Keepers. If I had these guys before, they would have been able to stop that event completely from being bad. But unfortunately, they don't. May Faith guide us. I wonder, like, how this is kind of that hard, but some people really do like send a cleric to reassure the people. Someone's gonna get beaten up. Alright, now you're gonna go over here and pick up steel, because I need steel. Ow! Ow! Hope will rise slightly, discontent will fall. Discontent will fall, hope will rise. I'm gonna go hope will rise, because I'd rather have the extra hope. Especially at this current moment. So what is... Oh, we're gonna grab that. This coal mine is now upgraded into the next level. Look at that extra stuff. Research. Convoy. For day 11, there's not much going on, just some hungry people and some ill people, but nothing that major. You leave this, and I want this in here. So automatons are really good. I'm going to start building a few. That's how good they are. And we're going to get the wall drill. Wall drill is cool. Wall drill's nice. Wall drill's nice to have. I'm gonna grab integration? Nah, I'm just gonna grab better efficiency. Yeah, I'll grab efficiency. Just 10%, that's cool. So ship, nothing here. Okay, that's fine. I'll go up this way. What is this? Wall drill? Yeah, wall drill. I want to build a wall drill here. We're out of steel, I know we are. I know we are, but this thing's getting built. But this thing's getting built. It's getting built. It's getting built. It's off with an overcrowded medical facilities. If I had any other option, I'd do it. But I don't. Hope will rise, the hunger will be fed. 100 food rations added. Hope will rise. You know, there is no hungry to be fed, but I'm okay for food as well, so. We'll find, found survivors! Ooh, nice. Bring them home! Do I have housing space for them? No, I don't. You need enough child shelters to fit all the children. Okay, well, that is enough housing, but it's not very good housing. Research station. Cool. Let's go for... I might grab the range upgrade as well. So now it uses less coal, so it's down to 10 per hour. Even less coal. Bunch of city planning. Law. The temple is very, very strong. It's very expensive, but it is a good building. I'm gonna grab it. Quick cheeky save just in case that someone does any funny business, and then we get an outpost which gives me steel. Very good, very good. Candles for the wicked. Nice. One less Londoner. Don't need a healer there. Part of them. Cool. We're bringing them home. With all these resources, 1,300 wood. Holy moly. Also, it's getting warmer. How lovely jubbly. The temple is a huge building, but fortunately it's a huge building that I don't have to put anywhere. And you know what will be ready soon? Our very first automaton. Come on. Where is he? Where is he? Is all the thing? Bloody massive. Automatons dangerous? Nah, they're good. They're amazing. Exactly. Mildred knows what's about. So, automaton goes here. And now this building will operate 24/7, 365 until the end of time. And I get this, but they are less efficient than people. But for 24 hours work, they do produce more per person than people. And with all the upgrades as well, they do even better than that. Using automatons? Yep, I know how to use automatons. Of course I know how to use automatons, you think I'm stupid? Where the heaters look like that? So this is I'm gonna need like another one like here, I think. This is where all that city planning comes into play. All that silly city planning. I don't have enough resources to build the thing. I don't have enough to build the next one. Even I do want to build the next one. I so desperately want to build the next one. This thing will now produce me wood at a constant speed. Which is lovely. This thing doesn't even have wood around it anymore, which is brilliant. You do, and you barely do. And now, the temple's built. Hope rises. We can then do the ceremonial service. Lowers the amount of Londoners, and hope is so high that they're just going to quit anyway. So you can see how this is quite a lovely... It's rather marvellous, actually. And now we have automaton integration. Which means the thing works even better. Now I get more resources. So that's all well and good. I could get the steam wool drill, but the thing is the normal wool drill produces 160. The steam one, which requires an extra steam core, produces 40 extra. Unlike the coal mine, which goes from 240 to 600, and then even further. I'm going to get coal mining optimization, and then possibly maybe this if I could. I'm going to grab heaters, actually. Better heaters. Because eventually the temperature is going to drop beyond the point where it is considered reasonable. Oh, look, a second automaton. Where are they going to work? You're going to work the steelworks actually. So I am okay for coal. But having constant steel production, oh boy, that's... Go to the coal mine. I guess what the coal mine produces. Anyone's bets. Anyone's bets. Let's build the rest of those up. Because food is starting to become a bigger problem. That is going to go up a bunch when I do get that research there. Cool, cool. So now food is positive again. Which is good. You're coming back with 35 more people. But we now have 79 more vacant beds. Which is lovely. Cool, you're now done. Heater efficiency means they burn less coal, which could be good. Prosthetics are not needed right now. I'm gonna grab the bunkhouse just in advance, because I need the houses that are after. Coal mine. We can play versus we're better restart the mine anymore. So I can dismantle and get all the stuff, but I can't make an outpost anymore. I'm not going to make an outpost there anyway. And then now we need to go to Freshwater Springs. Grab that. First London's convinced to stay. We're down to 16 now. Hooray. So life is good for the people here. Life is pretty happy. Now we have workers to spare. Okay, now we have a lot of wood. Like a lot of wood. I can now research shrines. I'm gonna go for shrines. Because shrines increase the efficiency of workplaces. So, places like medical facilities. Yeah, it is quite nice thing. So, shrines are good. Unfortunately, shrines don't work on people, but they do work on everything else. Oh, doing a few of these. These guys are now more efficient because of the shrines. Ooh. How delicious. Make a few more of these guys. A lot of them. Now we begin the process of replacing our workforce with automatons. Oh, what a process it is. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. We're down to 15. Four, and I need one here, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's all you need for, like, automaton base. Probably get rid of all these other things. Difference engines are done. So I'm gonna go for houses and then get the house redesigned so I can start building them. Machines, the Frozen Grove. Look at coal's actually not. I don't want that to work because I want to build these automatons. One here. Oh, some people have influenced them in their ways. And then that's it. I think that's all of them actually. Don't really need any more. Yeah, that's it. That's all the automatons I need. That's all the automatons needed. The only other thing I'm going to build is extra infirmary. Why am I going to build an extra infirmary? Because why not is why. I don't think I need sawmills, but I'm going to keep them there just in case. Hello, can you work this? I need research going. I need to build the house and then the house redesign. Send the faith keepers to catch them. Catch the thieves. The heroes got the stuff. Whoa. Alright, let's grab the public. No, let's grab the medic apprentices, I think. Nah, public house. Public house. Public house is a nice building. It's just a pub. It's a pub. So now. We can go to the pub. Lovely. Nice. The Londoners will soon be no more. Redesign. Houses are great because houses are the same as tents, except they are +3 rather than +2, +1 heat level, which makes them tremendously toasty even with the help of, even without the help of like other facilities. Nice. We have the game a bunch. House redesign. Lovely. Now all that's left to do, we can get additional scouts, faster outpost teams, but with the houses we can rebuild every single home. Until people start going homes, because they don't count as actual homes until they're rebuilt. But people will rebuild them in the nighttime. And things are great. Everything is lovely jubbly. Additional scouts, I should probably grab the resource depot stuff. I think it's beautiful. I have so many resources to use. Let's heat some homes. I'm going to heat all the homes, actually, because I'm upgrading them into houses. So, they're all going to get heated, actually. Frozen Pond, nothing here at all. But I can go to the ruined warehouse. And the other good thing about automaton production is that they work during the night, which means you're not going to end up with this weird moment where, like, where's all my production? I have no production. They work consistently. I'll maintain that condition. Okay, and then we go to Moonshine, which is just generally a decent law, but I'm also going to go for the care house. Well, you know what? Now I'll grab medic apprentices. My medic apprentices, right, not thingy, this for later. This is a surprise tool, though, how but no. Right on here, I need resource depot upgrades because I'm not holding enough stuff, but I do have extra scouts out. So we send these scouts out to these. We go to the crash site. I'm just going to maintain livable. Well, houses are so ridiculously warm right now. They are +5 to the -1. So in order for this to not be considered livable, it has to drop for like 4 extra heat levels. It has to drop to -70. That's how strong houses are. Houses just withstand that. Just withstand it. They would be considered livable even without the heat zone around it. Cool. Let's go that way. Oh, the Vapekeepers for hell. Vapekeepers failed. Oh. Banish him. Discontent. Our people will decide his fate. Oh, banish him. Yeah, what I did was wrong. Come on. Cool, and that is every single house is gonna get upgraded. Two days worth of coal. Everything is still toasty as hell. So here's something about this game as well that's quite interesting. I don't know why I'm doing it while looking at the children, but you can actually select any person, and you can also change their names. So you can change the names of anyone. You can find out their family, find out their story, find out their biggest concern, what they're doing right now. Their biggest concern is that everything is fine, but if you ask this person, their biggest concern is that they have long work hours, which is in the sawmill. So you know what? There you go. There you go. What's your biggest concern now? Is it long work hours? It shouldn't be, because it'll just solve that problem for you. Look at the raging now. That advanced steelworks? Maybe, but I just don't think it's actually helpful anymore. Level 5 technology. I can't even get level 5 technology. Large resource depot. Now we can hold more resource tiers, which is nice. That's it. That's the whole thing. Okay, that's fine. What's this? Carry on the project? Yeah, carry on the project. Oh no. I'll just replace you. Carry on the project on a permanent basis. 6 wrongdoers were inspired to mend their ways. How lovely. Cool, we can deconstruct that because that's not helpful anymore. I have large research though. I'm going to research the last thing. I'm actually getting that much steel. Now what I'm going to do with these scouts is I'm actually going to send them down here, preemptively. Down to 4. Level 5 technology. Oh boy. Scrap the advanced steamworks, which I could have done beforehand anyway. Level 5 technology. We now have all the technology we would ever need. We have the ability to get house installations. You know how I said they were +3? Now they're +4. Even better. We have all of the advanced generator stuff, including the final power upgrade, the final range upgrade, and the safety bypass. Which sounds bad, but it's actually decent. And then we have all of this stuff. We have the automaton redesign, which is not helpful anymore. Final integration. You have medical automatons and automaton integration. Faster outpost teams. Not too much of an issue, really, but you grab it anyway. And then resources, you get the final coal mines, you get the final wall drills, you just get all the other stuff, which is great. It's lovely. Oh. Escort them to the city, of course. Of course, I'll bring them home. You go over there and just wait it out. How many homes do I have? I have 200 vacant beds. People abandoned the Londoners, there's like 2 people there. My hope is maxed out. Cool. Research is going super fast. Book of Laws. Purpose. Do I want... I don't want any of these things. None of these are any good. So we'll go down here. What can I grab? Let's grab the care house, because that's just the next. So the care house's purpose is for if you were to have signed the law, for sustained life, which I have, but if you were to need it, the care house is a place for people who can't be cured, but you don't want to die can go. So look, the gravely ill and amputees can be cared for here, and they receive half food. So you don't have to worry about them as much. Which is lovely job. Lovely. I'm gonna grab final coal mine upgrade. I'm also gonna grab the last resource deposit. I need to stockpile a lot of resources. Give him an automaton. Yeah, have an automaton. Fine, whatever. I just need this one to be there for the next 24 something hours. Cool. you're safe and secure in your little spot. You're safe and secure in your spot. Coal. Cool. So now we have advanced coal mines. I am going to grab the integration, I think, just to keep boosting the automaton's rate. Or do I just want to grab all the... I might grab the range upgrade actually for the steam hubs so that I can measure that better. Promise fulfilled. We're also going to immediately upgrade all of these coal mines as best we can as well. Cool. The scouts are going to wait there until everything is dealt with. There is no Londoners. Our bars are maxed out, which means we are so there. We're perfectly fine. What could possibly go wrong? Our coal mines are peaking production. There's some people ill. What does that mean? Alrighty, we are united again once more. No more division. We are one society against the coal. With our homes and infirmaries and automatons, this is about as good as the city's gonna get. The only thing you're really gonna get extra is the range up, is all the generator upgrades, which haven't been needed because the temperatures haven't dropped that much. Well done. Cool. Well, everything's all okay now, isn't it? So we won't worry too much about it. And I think, for the sake of this, it's been fun playing Frostpunk. And I'm going to do a verbal outro, I think, this time, because I think that would be cooler. And, you know, we're just trying stuff. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Scouts, for interrupting me. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope anyone who did make it to the end of the video has watched through all of this. I hope you gained almost a little bit of insight, actually, onto playing Frostpunk and playing this game. What I like to believe as well, this is only a normal difficulty, but let's be real here, I had zero problems. I was never in doubt. The only thing that was ever a little bit high was my discontent was a little bit high, but that was a solvable problem. And in all fairness, I kind of blundered in the beginning by accepting a thing that I thought I was going to hold, but I didn't. And I had built those houses. I had planned to build them, like allocated the resources to build them. They just didn't build in time, which is annoying. But yeah, you do expect me to come back to this game to finish this off, and also if you liked this, then there's always the rest of the scenarios, and yeah, lovely things are coming. And I'd say for the next episode, we have some temperature drops, even more, but houses. But yeah, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you around.